Dr. Ruth Anderson and Teri Angel here for a meditation a day. Today we are doing what we call meditation excavation, and that's when we go into meditation together. We invite you to join us. And as we're going, Teri and I share with you everything that we're experiencing from Spirit. So thank you so much for being here. Good morning, Teri Angel.
Good morning, Ruth. It's a great day this morning.
Looks a little cloudy at your house.
It's very cloudy. We're supposed to get rain here today in Michigan.
All right.
Not looking forward to that.
Teri melts in the rain.
I do.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay, friends, just make yourselves comfortable in your chair. If you're sitting up or laying down, just feel supported by the chair or by the ground. We're going to take a couple of breaths just to slow down our thinking and our breathing. Excuse me. I think that's the first time in 4 years I've ever sneezed online.
It's a release.
There we go. So let's take a breath into our root chakra, right at the base of your spine. And we do that to help ourselves ground. And from that root chakra, with your mind's eye, imagine that roots are growing out from that chakra. I'm going to go all the way down your legs, out your feet, down through the crust of the earth, and going all the way down into the middle of Mother Gaia. And bring all of your attention down to that root chakra and those roots. Teri, it feels like we're really burrowing in.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I saw a vision of like a riverbed with all the river rocks. And some of them smooth, some of them are kind of rough as I step on them.
I can smell the pungent smell of the earth, the dirt. I want us to just sit here for a minute in this very grounded state. I can hear what feels like a heartbeat of earth. Very tribal, very deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm connecting in with that now. This is the second time today that that has come up. There was a Rumi message earlier about tuning in to the heartbeat of the earth, the cosmic heartbeat.
It almost feels hard to breathe. It's so heavy and moist, wet. I'm getting elemental energy. Teri, are you seeing elementals?
Oh, everywhere. Yeah, they're like swinging from the tree roots. And you know how when we were kids, we'd have that one limb that we could just swing with and out over the water. And they're just playing right now. In that childlike energy.
Teri, in case we're supposed to stay here for a while, would you please ask them the spiritual divinity?
Yes. I feel the elementals are just playing with the divinity right now, and the angels love to play. So let's call in the directions with the angels. Archangel Raphael from the east, Archangel Michael from the south, Gabriel in the west, and Uriel in the north. And Uriel especially loves to play with the elemental energy, being of the earth plane and earth sign. So Uriel helps us to connect, to go deeper into the earth energy. And then we want any other angels to come play, to come be with us today in this beautiful energy, calling on Divine Mother to please to remember that we can always go back into that childlike awe and wonder at any moment. And Divine Mother holds us as we do so and helps us to just be a child again. Let's ask Christ to be right in the center of everything that we do and to give us that healing touch wherever that's needed in our lives. I want to ask the Creator to just oversee everything that's happening and help us to connect in with that divine breath, pulling in love from the great central sun to cover all of us that are gathered here today and those who will gather later. Any ascended masters, ancestors, teachers, guides, thank you for being present with us. Help us to know what the messages are that we can listen to today. I feel a big message for this day is to listen. Listen to our bodies, listen to the earth, the water, nature, the animals. Just pay attention and see what our message is. So let's do that now. Let's welcome in all these beings of love and light and just ask for some clarity.
Thank you, Teri.
Yeah, as they were coming in, I kept seeing water flowing over that riverbed. And at first it was like trickling over the rocks, and then it came with more force. So I think there's a light that's opening up for us to go deeper, go deeper into the earth plane and see what's beyond the initial appearance of rocks and roots and layers of soil. So there's something that's trying to get through to us as a message now.
So I was seeing this, it's not a centipede and it's not a worm, but it's kind of something in between. And as I was looking at that, I was very aware that the energy in me is the same as the energy in that. And
Mm,
I'm taking that as a reminder of the oneness of all of us.
yes. Yeah, I think that's the message for us to focus on is no separation, to really feel into the oneness. There's been a lot of physical happenings on our earth plane. There's been floods, there's fires, there's all kinds of things that are happening that are affecting communities and groups of people. So let's focus on the oneness and not single out any particular event, but ask that the energy be settled over all plane. Let's look at that riverbed. Just envision those rocks that are laying at the bottom of this riverbed and just see the energy coming in smoothly and gently. There's no roughness, there's no rushing of the water or flooding over the top of that riverbank. Let's just see energy settling right now. I think this is the earth healing that's needed at this time.
Teri, our meditation on Sunday, where we were seeing the grid around the earth
Hmm.
and all of the anger from humanity was lifted off and transmuted into love and brought back into the center of Mother Earth. I, this feels like a continuation of that
Hmm.
meditation.
Yeah, it does. And the things that we've been shown just even in the few days since Sunday when we saw that grid. And it's still pulling our attention to the oneness and to really focus in on we have power. That's a big message that we as a collective can gather our energy together and create a shift in what's going on. We can turn those waters that are flooding. We can intend for those fires to be put out, for the storms to settle. And I always ask when I send a prayer up or set an intention that it be for the best and highest good of all of us. So envisioning a world that's calm and serene and peaceful is for the best for all of us, where our energy can match that that's going on around us in our environment.
Yes, and the words coming to me were what happens to one of us happens to all of us.
Hmm. Absolutely. That's the connection. It's a divine connection. To focus on the help that we do have to tune into that connection, to breathe right into the center of who we are.
They're taking me to the story of Noah's Ark. And after the flood, when there was nothing but water, and that calm where there was only water.
I see it. Yeah.
But Teri, then there was that olive branch. The twig from the olive tree that the dove delivered,
Mhm.
symbolizing hope and life.
Yeah. Sometimes we think that all is lost, that there's no hope, there's no help for us, but there always is. I love that
Interesting.
we were shown even back then that spirit gives us signs.
And I was thinking how interesting that we've been worried about the fires, the wildfires, and here they're showing us a planet deluged in water.
Hmm.
So, Teri, energetically, I'm just sending the water to those wildfires, that there can be balance across the planet.
Yeah, and I'm envisioning just clean, pure air that we're able to breathe with no difficulty, no stench of smoke, no dimness of our vision so that we can see clearly. We've been taught that what we focus on expands. So if we focus on what we do want, which is a beautiful, peaceful world that's working for all of us without the traumatizing events, let's do that. Let's visualize it. Let's see it clearly and hold that vision and that intention.
Teri, I'm also getting the word balance, balancing the resources balancing the energy. If you have an excess of something, pass it on to somebody else who doesn't have that much. But balance.
Yeah, sometimes we don't realize that just the smallest thing that we do as an act of kindness can make all the difference in another person's life. So it doesn't have to be a big act. It can be sharing a cup of coffee, it can be sharing a smile or a warm word. Or, as Ruth said, if there's excess and it's just sitting there, why not let somebody have it to help them along their path?
Teri, they're showing me this in another way. A child's seesaw on a playground.
Mm-hmm.
One person's up, one person is down, or you're equal. Balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and going back to the very beginning when we started the meditation, balance will come in if we're more grounded. Remembering to do that part first, to dig into the earth energy and to find that beautiful center that's inside. When we pull up that energy from the earth and watch things fall into place, into balance in your life.
And that reminder that we are all one. So I'm hearing things like go through your closet. If there's clothes you aren't wearing, donate them so somebody else can use them. If there's extra food in your pantry and you know you're not going to eat it, give it to the food drive.
Yeah, it's a call to action.
Mm.
And the more steps we take in our mission in life, the more balance we find because we're not so centered around what we are and what we are doing individually, but we're seeing that oneness and that connection with others.
Terry, what I just heard was that by donating resources, we are sending that water to the wildfires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, today's meditation all about balance.
Mm, I love it. Yeah. And balance also in our lives, we need to balance how much we are doing with how much we are resting and replenishing and feeding the soul. So it takes both. It takes the movement part, the action part, and the sitting and listening and refueling, as I like to say. So refuel your soul today. Do something that's you're honoring your body, you're honoring your emotions, and just sit and be in that energy. And then the movement will come. It is all about the balance, Ruth.
Right. And give that hand up to your brother or your sister, because when you do that for them, you're also doing that for you. Interesting.
What a beautiful message today.
It is a beautiful message today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so.
Teri, are you getting anything else?
I was just going to say it's so interesting that this was the focus. When I tune in every night, I get a message from the angels, and this was the focus was to listen, just listen and hear what that step is, whether it's to lay down and take a nap, or if it's to open the door and go forward to do some action step. But listening is so important. And we forget that sometimes. We just have our agenda and we go full out. And one thing I remember that the angel said was if you don't listen to your body when it's telling you, I'm tired, or I have a pain, or there's something that needs to be paid attention to, if you don't listen and the body keeps trying to tell you, it's going to do what it's going to do with or without your cooperation. So if your body is saying I'm tired, honor that and rest. If your body's saying, "Oh, I'm good to go. Let's go um, out and see how we can help someone in the world or do an act of kindness or whatever it might be," then honor that. But the important thing is to tune in and to listen. And I think that was the huge message here. The more we listen, the more we're going to find that balance because we're not going to overdo or we're not going to go into an I don't care attitude or lazy attitude. We're going to really know which direction to go in just by listening and tuning in.
Thank you. Thanks, Teri, for being here. Friends, thank you for being here. Whether it's live or after the fact, the energy is still very fluid, very appropriate to the moment that you're hearing this. So take good care, friends. We'll see you soon here at Enlightened World Network.
Every